Let's get. This is Old Newbie from the Old Newbie VR show, where we normally talk about VR from the business perspective. But today I want to address a question from Reddit that basically asked, how do you attend a Zoom meeting in VR? Well, it's very similar to what I do to actually record these videos, except you're going to need one additional piece of software that is critical to do this, and that software is OBS Studio. Now, OBS Studio is basically a piece of software that allows you to capture your window, and then it has another key critical function, and that is to have a virtual webcam. So that virtual webcam is what allows you to take your output from VR and then Zoom able to use that as a webcam. So I'm going to try to go through it here. I'm not going to go into how to download and install OBS. I'm assuming you can do that. Just Google it, download it, and there's plenty of guides out there that'll tell you how to do it. But from here, I want to tell you just quickly how to configure it and how to get it set up so that you can attend a Zoom meeting from VR. So what you're seeing right now is me in my program, my VR environment of choice, which is Bigscreen. So I use Bigscreen. Bigscreen has nice environments. It's got a nice avatar that you can see in here. And that's what I use for my VR virtual environment. And Bigscreen also has really nice functionality that you can see here. Has a streamer cam that I can use different views, and it also allows me to do something really cool, which is look at my desktop and also still be able to record that. So the first thing you need to do is to get into Bigscreen and just have it running in the background, because we need the Bigscreen executable to be running. Now, the next thing to do is open the OBS software. And so what we're going to do now is we are going to switch to the desktop view so you can see OBS running. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now you should be seeing my desktop, and this is the OBS software. You're seeing the activity happening right now with my microphone, me talking, and the music in the background. And you're also seeing this capture screen here, which is capturing the desktop. So it's really weird because I am still in VR. I am looking at my desktop from my little apartment view on a big screen, but all you're seeing is just my desktop. So what you're going to need to do, and why you needed to have Bigscreen running, is that you need this game capture. And so you're going to click on the game capture and you're going to get this screen here. And you want to make sure that you're capturing the window. And then here, what you're going to want to do, and I already have it, but you're going to want to find the Bigscreen executable within this list of programs that are running, and make sure that you select the Bigscreen executable. And so what that basically does is it makes sure that when you're recording, that you're only recording what Bigscreen is outputting. It's not going to record your whole desktop. It's just going to record Bigscreen. And then from there, you want to start a virtual camera. And so what that does is that turns on the virtual camera. And so when you go into Zoom, you are going to see the virtual output from Bigscreen. I know I'm going kind of fast, and it's really hard to explain because I'm in VR and I have to explain how everything looks from VR. So now that we have that going, I'm going to stop the virtual camera and I'm going to bring up Zoom. Actually, no, let me go back to VR so you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so now we're back in VR and I'm sitting here. So now I'm going to make it even more confusing. I am going to show you what I am seeing. So I'm going to switch here from my streamer cam to first person. Okay, so now you're in my head. And you can see here I have this control panel here for streamer. And on my big screen in the background, you can see that I have the OBS software running. And the OBS software is showing my desktop. So I am sitting here in VR, and this is what I see. I have this streamer cam, and then I also have my desktop. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to bring up Zoom. And so now you can see I have Zoom. I'm going to maximize it. And here's Zoom. And here's me sitting down. And so I am going to start a meeting. And now if you see here, it says OBS. And you don't see anything. So now, if I go back to OBS, and I start the virtual camera is started. And now I'm going to go to start Zoom. And I'm going to go to my Zoom meeting. And so now, this is really confusing. This screen right here is Zoom. You can see here the join audio, and you can see here. Now this is I'm the only one in the meeting, but this is what the people on Zoom will see. Now, of course, you don't want the people on Zoom to see you in first person. You want them to see you in third person. So I'm going to come down here, and I am going to put on one of the cameras, which is this camera back here. So now, as you can see, there is a camera back here. Well, you can't see it. This is what the people in Zoom are going to see. They're going to see me here sitting on the couch with the screen in the back. Everything that you see right now is on Zoom. However, I am still here, sitting here, looking in first person. So I see this, me sitting on my couch, a big screen with Zoom in the back. But the people on Zoom see this, the camera view, which is me in third person. So it's kind of hard to explain. Let me do this. I'm going to go to first person so you can see what I'm seeing. I'm going to pull up my controls here. I'm going to pull up Paint. And I'm going to grab this little thing, and I am going to draw. It's really bad, but let's call this, I got caught on the wire, but this is a camera. I'm drawing it in 3D. Let's pretend this is a camera. So this is what I see. I see Zoom over here, and I see a virtual camera that's looking at me. Let me see if I can. I'm going to pull down this little. Yeah, I'm showing the audio. Everything's good. And I see this camera over here looking at me. So I'm going to make sure that I always look at the camera when I am in my Zoom meetings. So let's get all that out of the way. And I'll erase that. Let's erase that. Get out of there. Get that out of the way. And let's go back to stream cam. So now, it's very difficult because we're dealing with three different perspectives. We're dealing with the camera perspective, we're dealing with my first person perspective, and we're also dealing with the screen. But that is essentially how you do it. You use the OBS software, which you can see in the background here, which captures the screen and also starts a virtual camera that is picked up by Zoom and allows you to attend a Zoom meeting. So that is how you do it. That's what it looks like. It's very confusing. It's really hard for me to explain because I'm dealing with three different perspectives, but it works. It's a little clunky, but it works. So This is probably less of a how-to, but more of a how it looks like, because it's hard to explain, but that's how you do it. So I hope that helps somebody out there on how to do it and how to set it up. It's very quick but hopefully you're able to get to see what it looks like when you're doing a Zoom meeting using these three different softwares to attend Zoom. All right, so that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, and hopefully that helped somebody out there, or at least gave you an idea of what you can do in VR and how you can use VR to actually attend a meeting in Zoom. All right, and with that, I'm going to have the music play me out of here.